Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Mission Moonshot video. Now I know it has been another long wait since the last video, but yeah, life's just been crazy for me recently, and I really haven't had the time to get around to, testing all these rockets, doing the simulations, but I've finally been able to run all the simulations, finally got the rockets ready to go here, and yeah, we're ready to go ahead and begin this Mission Moonshot video. Now what we have here is probably going to be the final launch, or one of the final launches of the CSJ constellation, as it is a launch vehicle that is getting outdated. I mean, even the CSJ Constellation Heavy is becoming outdated. So yeah, the regular CSJ constellation, probably not going to see much more of it, but at least it is enough Delta V to go ahead and complete one contract that we have yet to do. We attempted to do this, but then completely failed. But yeah, we need to get a Navsat payload of at least 60 units into a specific orbit above 800,000 meters. With an inclination and all that. So yeah, what we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and use our good old friend Ascent Guidance here. Go ahead and set our target to be said inclination for our orbit, and we'll go ahead and circularize that around a pretty low orbit. Well, we'll go ahead and get our apoapsis up to like 900. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll set our apoapsis to 900, periapsis to 200, and then we'll go ahead and attach 200, so that way we circularize at 200 and then kick our apoapsis up, saving Delta V in the process. And yeah, from there on, this should be pretty smooth sailing, as long as we don't have any failures here. So yeah, without any further ado, a 3, a 2, a 1, launch that rocket. Off it goes. Very slowly. It's making it. It's doing its rocket thing. Look at that. It's a rocket doing a rocket thing. How cool.
Much later.
There we are, flying through the clouds. The beautiful volumetric clouds from Black Rack. Gotta love these clouds. And here it goes again. Whoosh. Into space. Alright, and there we are, staging. There's our first stage. Bye-bye, booster. Bye-bye. And then here comes the second staging sequence. Stage that will get us all the way into our initial orbit.
Much later. Much later.
Just gotta wait for this periapsis to get above the horizon, and then hopefully rise up to 900 kilometers, which is where we want to circularize our orbit. Now our apoapsis is going up past 300. 500, 700, 800, 900. Beautiful shut off. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and get the RCS primed. Go ahead and jettison our stage. We are going to want to go ahead and aim this retrograde from where we are. Because by the time we get around to the other side of the Earth, we will be facing prograde to do our burn. So just go ahead and have this thing auto-orientate retrograde. And I guess we can go ahead and plot out the maneuver. Not like we really probably need to, but probably be a good thing to do either way. So our apoapsis is down here. There we go. There's our predicted apogee. Maneuver, we want that to be at 45 minutes into the future. Because an orbit is 90 minutes, so 45 minutes, or actually 46 minutes into the future, will have us right at our apogee, and then we'll want to burn with some velocity to get our periapsis up. There we go. That'll work. 185.4. So let's go ahead and warp to that. Remained aiming retrograde. That wasn't really the plan, but it's fine. 30 seconds until the burn. We're orientating fine. Yeah, I didn't plan for it to remain aiming retrograde. But I guess that's fine. Okay, we're gonna be a little late on this burn because it's taken us a little while to go ahead and get that orientation, but there we go, we got it. And it's doing the burn now, and there we go. It just reached the required orbit. And now, because we're not silly, we're going to go ahead and wait for it to check for the stable orbit before we jettison our satellite. It's only going to be 2 minutes. Oh, never mind. It's been transferred to the customer. We can't control it anymore. Okay, bye, satellite. Goodbye. Hopefully our customer enjoys their new satellite. Anyways, what we got now? What we got to do now? Okay, Tundra orbit? Tundra orbit might be okay. Second generation navigation. Comsat payload instead of Navsat payload. Interesting. The more accurate technique for satellite navigation is to use time of difference of arrival of pulsed radio signals. Very interesting. We can do it with the rocket we just launched. This is not that hard of a mission. Yeah, it's not that hard. So we can probably do that, but I'm interested in Tundra. So Tundra orbit is a highly elliptical geosynchronous orbit. No, not geostationary orbit with a high inclination, usually near 63.4, and an orbital period of one sidereal day. A satellite placed in this orbit spends most of its time over a chosen area of Earth, phenomenon known as apogee dwell. The ground trek of the satellite in a Tundra orbit is a closed figure 8. The orbit in this contract is actually using data from the Sirius satellites that are the only known satellites using a Tundra orbit. Okay, but this should be easier than geostationary. Yeah, it's eccentric. So this will be way easier. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do first Tundra orbit, because this will be easier than geostationary. Because geostationary, honestly, we get it pretty early, but it's quite hard, because mainly this right here, of inclination of 0 degrees. And yeah, geosynchronous satellites in real life were actually launched before geostationary, because it's kind of hard to get an inclination of 0 degrees unless we were to buy the launch site at French Guiana, you know, Arian space launch site, you know, down in Brazil. So yeah, I think we'll do Tundra first, because yeah, I just don't think our rockets are good enough to do that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I think next we'll probably do early weather. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get early weather queued up, and then yeah, hopefully first suborbital flight. That should hopefully be able to be next. Alrighty, here we go for the second CSJ constellation launch for today, except this time our parameters are going to be an apogee of 650, same periapsis and attach altitude, although we're going 55 instead of 65. Actually, we might even just go 50 because that'll give us a bit more performance, although not like we really need it. So yeah, 55. 54. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Let's go second customer satellite. There we go. That's our orbit. Just that small little puff of burn there. That's all it took to circularize us. That's all we needed. There we go. Satellite to the customer. Bye-bye. Okay, so we can still do early Weathersat. We can actually do quite a few early Weathersat. We also have the second-gen Navsat, which, yeah, we can literally just do that with the same rocket that we just launched. That is absolutely fine. And then we also have communications test, which we have done one, and we can do unlimited of these, and the completion's honestly pretty good for that. Yeah, it's at 216% of its normal value, so that would honestly be quite good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do communications test, and we'll save second generation nav. This is relatively easy, but the other one pays more, so we'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, I think we'll go ahead and start building the rocket for this, and then I think as we're building this, we're going to have our suborbital flight be done. Yeah, because this rocket right here definitely does have the capacity, the CSJ Constellation Mark II. 104 units of Comsat payload, that's easy enough. We have 115 units of Comsat payload, so that is absolutely fine. I don't know if we want to use the same satellite. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with using this satellite, but I don't know. Might be interesting to use something different. There we go, that actually looks kind of cool. That has a bit more space in it. There we go. Tall, coatal variant. Now it at least looks a bit more interesting than the other one. Okay, Anzelia, Angelica, are you ready? Are you ready to be the first? I was gonna say woman in space, but you know, we already had the X-15 for that. The very dangerous X-15. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll back that tower. Here we go. Are you ready? She looks ready. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. We're not using ascent guidance. We're using good old surface mode. Let's go. Goodbye! We're heading off. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and make sure that the crew report is running, telemetry is running, flight control is running, and Earth photography is running. Run all the experiments that you can. Let me just make sure the abort action group actually did things, just in case the rocket blows up. So we will be able to safely abort. That's always good to check out after we're launching, but, you know, it would have been a quick fix if it wasn't. You know, it's fine. Everything is a-okay. The rocket is behaving nominally, and Salika looks happy. Someone's going to space. Alright, I think now we say goodbye, so goodbye, launch escape system. Don't need you. Pretty sure that's around the time when they would do it. Yeah, that's pretty much around the right time, because we're in space now, so let's go ahead and start flying flat. Okay, and jettison. Oh, dunk. Alrighty. Well, there you go. Okay, well, let's go ahead and make sure this... Yeah, enable that RCS. Okay. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and aim prograde on the orbit. Do some floating around here. Cruising up all the way to a very high amp. This is giving us tons of time to do science. Do all the science. There's a lot of science to do. Go ahead and deploy the experiment. There we go. Science things. I'm trying to figure out how he deployed the periscope, but yeah, I don't actually see the button to do that. So, oh well. There we go. We can look at the Redstone booster. Yeah, just do all sorts of stuff here in space. We can go ahead and fire the retros. Make sure those work. Yep, and there they go. They are firing. Oh. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing just happened there. Alrighty, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that thing. Goodbye. See you later. And yeah, I still don't know how we deploy the periscope. Thought it would be like under sensors, command. Oh, there we go. There's the periscope. There it is. There's the periscope right there. There you go. Have a nice look around. There's not much to look at up here. But you know what? Enjoy the sights. It's very cloudy down below. Maybe we should have launched on a clear day, but you know what? This is the space race, and we're on a time crunch. So anyways, how's this going along? Okay, so crew report is pretty much done. Flight control experiment and the Earth photography looks like we're gonna need orbit for that, but at least we can do a little bit of it right now. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna need orbit to fully complete those, which is fine. So yeah, I don't really know if we'll benefit from 2 suborbital launches. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, right now we are rapidly approaching the atmosphere, so you better hurry up with that crew report. Got 11 seconds, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, they're done with the crew report. Go ahead and stop that. We can go and stop the telemetry analysis. We'll go ahead and keep running these for as long as we can. The flight control and the Earth photography. Still getting photos all the way up until re-entry because Earth is pretty. You can go ahead and do maybe a bit of roll. You know, get some cool shots for the media. A cool shot of all the stars you can see. You can see a lot of stars in space. And then, yeah, just roll back around so that we can successfully re-enter. Brace yourselves for the flames! I hope you're ready, because this is going to be rough. There's going to be a lot of G's. Yeah, here come the G's. Here come the G's! Ah! I'm passed out. They passed out. But hey, guess what? They're back! You're back just in time to witness the parachutes hopefully deploying. It would be nice if they did, wouldn't it? Okay, there we go. There's the main, or there's the drogue. And then as soon as that fully deploys, we then deploy the main. So drogue, and then main. The main chute's supposed to deploy now. The main, there we go. There's the main. Hello there, main chute. We love to see you. And there we are. And Salika has successfully returned from her trip into suborbit. A la Alan Shepard. Okay, let's go and do this. This is taking too long. Do 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 and bajunk. Very rough seas today. Very rough seas. science. Ooh, that does not look like a good situation to be in. Alrighty, but there we go. We got some science. We got 3.9 science credits, so that is good. We made them want to stay, which is great. So now we can go ahead and research and development. We can go ahead and get early human spaceflight electronics. This will give us a couple more things to do. Yeah, a little bit more crew science, which will hopefully allow for us to get a bit more science with our second Redstone launch. But yeah, we're probably only going to do 2 Redstone launches. And then, yeah, after that, we'll probably get, I mean, we have RTGs, we get better power, yeah, better solar panels. But yeah, mainly, yeah, get most of this stuff so we can get, you know, the deep space avionics and interplanetary avionics. That way we can, you know, go into deep space. And then we also have more science here, which is really nice. I just want to see, though, do we have that science? Okay, no. Liquids and microgravity. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do liquids and microgravity and visual tracking. That'll give us a bit more science. I don't think we have the other ones we just unlocked yet, but that's fine. Alrighty, Raymond. You ready to go? 'Cause we're going. Go, go, go! Welcome. Extend that periscope and the experiment thingy. Look at things. Good. Yes. Science. Okay, make sure we don't crash into the redstone booster when we do our retro burn. Or, you know, test our retro thing, because, you know, it needs to be tested. Ooh, let's go make sure we start these. These are in valid situation. Okay, there we go. I guess we weren't quite in space yet. We're in space now, though. And that liquids and microgravity really doesn't get a whole lot. Over 3 hours, we only get 8.8 science, whereas visual tracking, we get so much more science for that. I mean, just looking at this booster, being like, yeah, we see the booster. Although I guess liquids and microgravity could be done on a 0G flight, so I could see that being why there would be less science there. Look at that beautiful capsule. You gotta love the look of Mercury. Mercury, for what it is, it's a pretty neat looking spacecraft. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it is very cramped. You okay in there, Raymond? You don't have a lot of room to do really much of anything in there. And I mean, this isn't really a good representation of the inside of the Mercury Capsule. If you guys want to see a good representation of the inside of what the Mercury Capsule actually looks like, you guys can go ahead and check out my series that I did on Go for Launch Mercury. I only really made actually 4 videos on it because, you know, doing the same thing, going into orbit over and over again gets kind of repetitive, especially when there's nothing new to really change it up. But yeah, you know, we did a suborbital launch, and then I believe 3 orbital launches with varying levels of success. Yeah, we may have died several times, but that's part of it. Anyway, yeah, the redstone is clearly out of the way, so we can go ahead and test our retro, make sure it works without risk of hitting it. There we are. There it goes. Goodbye. And we can go ahead and come down nice and gently, hopefully. Hopefully you don't black out, but there's no promises. No promises, Raymond. No promises. Well, he still lost consciousness, but at least not as long, because we didn't go as high with this flight. But yeah, it was still pretty rough. I honestly bet if we didn't retro, we probably actually would have been able to get by without him passing out, because yeah, that would have allowed for a shallower re-entry angle. Because yeah, the steeper the re-entry angle, the faster the probe goes through all the layers of the atmosphere, slowing down very quickly, or, you know, the capsule in this case. But yeah. The sharper the re-entry angle, the quicker we get to the lower level of the atmosphere and then just slam into it and slow down real quickly. Where with a shallow re-entry, like from an orbit, you stay in the upper atmosphere slowing down, and you're probably pulling 3 Gs, but you're pulling it for a longer period of time versus here where you see it spikes up to 15 and then drops back down. So, you know, it's very different. Suborbital re-entry is a real pain. I don't think it's as bad for people on New Shepard, because that just goes straight up and down. When we're talking about this kind of suborbital entry, we're going at like an angle. It's like a parabolic arc. So I think people on New Shepard, it's a little bit better, because they're going straight up and then straight back down. So yeah, there you go. A little bit of science there for you. And as soon as we get to 2500, we're going to deploy the main chute. 25. There we go. There's the main. And that's not going to fully deploy until about 1000. there it goes. And then we're not going to splash down to about 0. I think you know how this is going to go. Oh yeah, we should also probably deploy the airbag. Raymond would probably enjoy that. And Kathunk. And there we go, another science mission done. We didn't gain that much science, but you know, at least Raymond's happy. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do one more launch, which will be the launch of our comm test. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. I completely forgot. We must have completed Swarbital contract. Yeah, we completely forgot. We definitely completed that contract. We could have accepted it again. Completely forgot about doing that. Oh well. Instead, I think we'll just accept. I think 2nd generation nav seems like the best bet. Yeah, that's not too hard of an orbit to get. And how much time we got to do this? 474 days? Oh yeah, plenty. Okay, so yeah, we'll do 2nd gen nav. But I think I'm happy with that. We'll just go ahead and get this knocked out because that'll be a huge completion bonus and allow us to begin construction of the Atlas rocket and the Atlas Agena. So this is it. This will probably be the last CSJ Constellation launch, because with the Atlas Agena, this is going to be a way better launch vehicle. Alright, so this time we are going to be using Ascent Guidance. Okay, 104 units, check. What's this? 10,000. 10, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 200 by 200. Above 32, so we'll do 33. And Apoapsis all the way up there at 44, 44, 4. So we can probably just eyeball that, because that's a very wide range for the Apoapsis. So yeah, this should be relatively easy. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Away goes a rocket. Oops. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just forgot to engage the autopilot. Everything's fine. Whoops. Okay, that was sort of my fault, sort of, I don't know whose fault, because, yeah, I think Ascent Guidance didn't quite reach the target apoapsis, so it was still running. So when I went to cinematically detach this stage, I didn't realize autopilot was still on, and we burned when I didn't want it to. And yeah, we were out of relights, I think. I mean, unless we can fix this with RCS, it's probably going to be a failure. I mean, how much RCS do we have? We have quite a bit. It's not, like, an insane amount, though. So it's probably not enough to fix this situation. Yeah, there we go. We completely burned the tank, and we weren't even able to lower that stage. So that's going to be on me. Or, I don't know. It was a flight control malfunction. And to be honest, even if it did work, I don't know if we would have had the Delta V. If only we had the two-stage ignition Agena. That would have probably prevented that from happening there. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and deploy the satellite. It's our little mistake of a satellite. And, yeah, we'll probably go ahead and try and retry this mission on Atlas Agena. Because, yeah, it'll just be way more capable. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. Subscribe for new videos. Have a great day, rest of your day. And yeah, next time we're going to go ahead and try and build up the Atlas Agena. Hopefully we have enough money. I know this contract was supposed to give us the money in order to afford to build that rocket, but I'm sure there's another contract we can complete that's not too hard. We could even just do another suborbital flight. You know, there's always that option as well. So, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.